New home experience for Viva Connections Desktop. So again, Viva is an odd thing for Microsoft to brand everything as Viva, and I can only assume they're doing it because they think they can get money from branding stuff as Viva versus branding as Microsoft 365, which we'd assume is in your license. So Viva Connections, most simply, is where you can see your company intranet in the Teams sidebar, like so. So you can rebrand this so it doesn't say Viva Connections. You can change the icon, you can change the wording, but the gist is that you can, one, see your company intranet here, and you can see organization-wide navigation when you click it to pop it out. But it's basically the intranet in Teams, just so you can get quick access to it. As part of then Viva Connections, they also introduced this dashboard and Viva Connections feed, which at least the feed overlaps with some other feeds you can get in SharePoint, where you can just show people stuff that they've not seen or trending news or stuff like that. And as a person that's putting that web part into a SharePoint page, you don't know what's going to appear in there. It's just up to Microsoft AI to display what's in there. Whereas at least some of the other web parts, you can say, well, I want to see videos, I want to show pages back to people. I'm Gavin Jones, founder and director at MeTime, where we help people save time at work using Microsoft 365 and Microsoft Teams. If you need help saving time at work, I've got a free course linked in the description below that you can get some tips and tricks on how to use Microsoft Teams, Microsoft To Do, Microsoft Planner, and make yourself more productive at work. If you're struggling to get your whole organization to change, we've got another free course that might be useful to help generate some ideas that you might be able to steal to make your whole organization work in a more modern way. And then also this dashboard. So you can create cards that pop up in the dashboard, and most of them are useless out of the box, and you need some code to go and create ones that are useful. So all the ones that look cool on the Viva Connections website, they just don't do anything by default. If you want like a Power BI chart and stuff, that looks cool, you need to go and code that card. So I would assume that 99% of organizations are not using that. So as a general rule of thumb, if IT need to do something, it's not going to happen. And if someone in the business can do it, it usually is going to happen. So I'd assume that the dashboard is not well used, but I might be wrong. Let me know in the comments below. I'm sure we'll get a deluge of comments saying that it's used and it's useful, but this is just my opinion. So the new home experience for Viva Connections Desktop. So as part of the Viva Connections, those little card things, when you looked at Viva Connections, which is in the desktop app, just seeing your company intranet through Teams, when you went on the Teams app on mobile, when you clicked on Viva Connections, you just saw a feed of those cards, which is jarring, isn't it? It's like one is the intranet and the other one's like this cards thing. So they're saying this new home experience for Viva Connections Desktop serves as a new home experience option that centers essential job tasks, personalized content, easy to access other Viva experience, and better aligns with the mobile experience. So it's basically moving from seeing the intranet to seeing these card things, which I don't think is useful. So yeah, I'm not sure. If you've already got Viva Connections, then you need to use PowerShell to flip between one and the other. Again, little aside, it really annoys me that Microsoft just can't make a button. If something's just turning on or off, you need to go and use PowerShell to put a command in just to turn it on or off, rather than just going into Admin Center and clicking on or off. Surely it's not that much more difficult just to create a UI button to make that work, rather than need to go to PowerShell. But PowerShell ran over. Yeah, I'm not sure about this at all. I don't think the card's useful. I don't think you want to use that as desktop experience. It's much more useful to have a curated intranet that you get access to from Teams, and that shouldn't be called Viva at all. It should just be like, I'm seeing my intranet in Teams. It's not Viva Connections. It's nothing. I'm presuming that these cards will die a slow death and get removed at some point. But that's just my prediction. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below.